What's up and peace to the family. Come on in, come on in, come on in. What's up? What's up? What's up? Just sitting here chilling. Chilling like a villain. Chilling like a villain. Up here just chilling, checking out crypto market update. We'll dig into it as y'all start to come into the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. But nah, seriously though, on a serious note, I'm just gonna talk about there's a lot of misinformation out there talking about how Elon Musk single-handedly, right, wrecked the crypto markets. And I just wanna go on record in saying that Elon Musk did not single-handedly crash the crypto markets, right? Bitcoin was already looking weak from the start. So I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna give a little bit more time and see who joins in. I'm gonna check to make sure that the audio quality of my video is up to par. So just stay tuned. What's up and peace to the family. How y'all doing out there? Remember to like and comment. We're gonna get into this thing. I'm just sharing my video in different places, giving people time to
How y'all doing out there? Remember?
Sorry. I'm just sharing my video in some places, seeing who tap in. We're gonna talk about a few things. I'm gonna go over the sentiment that's out there about Elon Musk like single-handedly wrecking the crypto markets. And I'm gonna look at some price charts and I'm gonna just dig into some things. So just stay tuned. All right, cool. So whoever comes in at this point. Who don't, they just gonna miss out on a few gems. So yeah, I just want to talk about the false sentiment that's out there about Elon Musk single-handedly wrecking the crypto markets, right? So I'm not gonna say Elon Musk news didn't help with the capitulation and the panic selling and the sell-off, but I just want to go over this from a technical point and show you a few things. Like, check this out. The first thing that I want to show, that I want to note, is that you see this huge parabolic curve that Bitcoin has been in since, like, since Bitcoin went on this insane run. You see this huge parabolic curve that formed on Bitcoin. And so here, like right over a month ago, you see Bitcoin fell out of that parabolic curve. And a good rule of thumb is that once an asset breaks out of its parabolic curve, like I don't care what market that you're trading in. Once an asset breaks that parabolic curve, the rule is that you can it's a high probability that that asset may depreciate 70 to 80%. So that's one thing. Bitcoin broke its parabolic curve. And then you can also see, look at this red wedge looking pattern here, right? You can see Bitcoin trading in this rising wedge, which is also bearish in nature, right? So you got those two things going on. And if little old me can see this, I'm pretty sure not Bitcoin's, Elon Musk, his financial team, I'm pretty sure they saw the same thing. They seen that Bitcoin broke this parabolic curve. They know the rule of what happened when an asset breaks its parabolic curve, right? They also saw Bitcoin trading in this rising wedge, and they know this bearish in nature. And then look, it broke out of it and things imploded, right? Like, again, I'm not going to say Elon Musk did not help with the capitulation, but he did not single-handedly wreck Bitcoin. Bitcoin and the Bitcoin itself, that's the market maker. Bitcoin was looking weak over the past 6 weeks or so. We expected this drop with Bitcoin. And also what I want to point at before I move on, look at the MACD down here. You see, since this high here, that was Bitcoin's all-time high back early January 9th-ish. That was its all-time high. And you can see just continuation of that. You have another high here on price. You have another high here on price until here. You failed to make a higher high. That was the signal that Bitcoin, could be getting weak. And so look down here on the MACD. You have triple bearish, class A bearish divergence, I shall add, on the MACD, which is all showing Bitcoin losing strength, right? As price made higher highs, down here on the MACD, you have lower highs forming on the MACD, which is a momentum indicator. You can see this thing getting tired. I mean, do you blame it? Can you blame Bitcoin for getting tired up here at $64,000? I mean, can you blame buyers from getting exhausted, right? At 64K, this thing went from $20,000 to 64K in a matter of months, right? Buyer exhaustion was creeping in. And I'm pretty sure Elon Musk financial team saw the same thing that little old me saw. If little old me saw it, Elon Musk financial team saw the same thing. And let's look at another variable, right? Same thing here on the relative strength index. Since this high, like look down here at the MACD, right? You see this high and this high on the relative strength index, the RSI, corresponds. And look what happened as price continued to surge on Bitcoin and make those higher highs. You have lower levels of relative strength. This thing was getting weak. And Elon Musk, being armed with this information, right? He chose the perfect time to come out with his news-driven catalyst of Tesla stopping the what was it? They were no longer accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment, right? So he came in with the news-driven catalyst at the perfect time, right? And that's all he did. And he did. I'm not going to say, like I said, I'm not going to say that he didn't help with the capitulation and the panic selling. Yeah, that news pretty sure helped, but he chose the perfect time when Bitcoin was already looking weak. So we were expecting this dip, and now we've gotten it. So let's fast forward into present time. What is Bitcoin doing right now, right? That's the thing that everybody wants to know. Like, should I buy Bitcoin now? I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to buy, when to buy, but if you come to me, I will teach you how to structure your portfolio for sustainable long-term growth, right? I'm not going to be on here to the moon, baby, and all that foolishness, right? You won't get that from me. You're going to get structured framework from me in this new asset class, right? So Bitcoin now, present tense, you can see Bitcoin trading in this broadening descending wedge type of a formation, right? And what they indicate it could be a reversal in price action, right? And also at the same time, you could get a continuation in price action, meaning that Bitcoin could keep rolling over. But it's important to note, right, that Bitcoin has now broken out of this diagonal resistance of this broadening descending wedge for the first time, and now we're above it. It's above the 13. That's very important. And we knew that there was a good probability that Bitcoin could face some resistance, right? Right here at this 34, right? At this 34 EMA, exponential moving average, right? We knew that it could see some resistance there, and you're getting a sell-off. This is gravestone doji type stuff, right? That could be signaling Bitcoin rolling over here, right? But I'm cool. I made the post on Facebook yesterday. Is this the bottom for Bitcoin? I've secured 12.5% on this move, so I'm good with that. Bitcoin can keep going up or it could sell off. I mean, I got Bitcoin, so it doesn't even matter to me, really, right? I just wanted to make sure that everybody who listened to me, who got in on this, are starting to lock in profit. That's all I'm doing, right? Being safe and responsible with my followers, right? You got to respect that. So we are outside of this descending, broadening wedge, right? That's a good thing. You got that breakout. And we'll just see what happens. We are above the 30. We're above the 13, which is good. This is a no trade zone. If you're just coming into this, you don't want to trade when an asset is sitting in between this 13 and this 34, right? You don't want to do that. So you want to wait until we can get above it and these things start to curl over, right? That's what we want to see. And most importantly, we have to get above this 200 moving average sometime if we want to keep seeing to the moon, baby, right? All that clown stuff. So yeah, so that's Bitcoin now. And also the opposite of the bearish divergence that I was talking about, you have the class A bullish divergence where you have lower lows in price, but you see the selling, the negative momentum starting to dry up. So that was an indication that we could be going to the upside. And one of the reasons why I made the post, you got the same thing here in the RSI, lower lows in price, and you got higher levels of relative strength. And then you also got the bullish cross down here in the MACD. So that was like what drove me to make that post. So that's what I said on that. And then we're going to get out of here. I'm not going to be on here very long, right? I just want to talk about this chart setup that I talked about with Link and how people, let me pull this up before I keep going. So this is the chart setup on Link that I posted on Facebook over a month ago, and it played out to a T. This is for people, man, technical analysis don't work and all that good stuff. I'll be damned if it don't. Look at this damn thing run up and hit this target before the sell-off that just happened with the Elon Musk stuff. I mean, right to a T. Can you see how that just ran up and hit that target and then, right? So I had posted this chart setup months ago, well, not months ago, about a month ago on Facebook. You know, you had the breakout of the symmetrical triangle. You had this deep crab pattern that was suggesting targets all the way up here at 92,615 Satoshis. I trade Bitcoin. I don't trade USD. Given the nature of this global financial market, right? I'm not interested in stacking US dollar and holding it up to the side of my head in pictures and all over the place like that. Because if you go back to 1986, matter of fact, let's go there. Then I'll jump right back to this. I'm sorry I'm digressing a little bit, but I promise you it's going to be worth your time. Let's go to DXY. This is the dollar, right? Let's go on to a monthly time frame, right? Let's look at this thing. So you can figure out what in the world is this guy talking about? The dollar losing purchasing value. What? Okay, so here you go. This is the DXY. This is the dollar bill. You can see the dollar bill all the way from back in 1986, before I was even born, right? You can see it's been making consecutively lower lows, depreciating in purchasing power. Why would I want to hold paper dollars when it's been depreciating over the last 30-something years? Why would I want to hold that? That's why you don't see wealthy people keeping a lot of their wealth, of their net value in cash, because it's a liability. You see how it loses purchasing power? That's why they go into real estate, gold, and now Bitcoin, because it increases, right? It appreciates over time, and it beats the hell out of inflation. So that's all I'm gonna talk about the dollar bill. So that's why I'm trading Bitcoin. I am stacking up on Bitcoin by trading the Bitcoin pairs. And I don't think them to the moon, baby. I don't think you're gonna get that from them. So let's go back to Link and this chart setup that I had posted months ago. So everybody was chasing Doge, and the most money in trading, I'm gonna say this, the most money in trading is made by stalking and waiting. Think about the crocodile in the water when you see those eyes pierce the surface and it goes back down as the gazelle is unaware whilst taking a drink of water from his body of water. He's stalking that gazelle the whole time, and before the gazelle can even realize it, snap, it's too late, right? So that's how you have to act out here. You can't run around like the machine gun, right? Reload. Out here making a whole lot of plays. You got to act as the sniper. I was taught that years ago. You don't want to be the machine gun when trading. You want to be the sniper. You want to wait for that target to come to you. You want to wait for price to come to you before you make your entry. And people say, man, I'm just going to buy and hold long term. They're still trading. Bro, you buying low, you buying low, you selling high. They're still trading. Okay, let's just clear that air. So you want to be the sniper, not the machine gun, right? Be the predator, not the prey. Let the price be the prey. Let it come to you before you make your move. And don't chase behind it like we seen countless of people doing on these assets. I'll pull them up very briefly. These assets: Doge, Sheep, Matic, SafeMoon. You had all these people chasing these assets as they have already pumped hundreds and thousands of percent. Like you don't see, you don't do that. You don't chase it. You let it come to you, right? And once you missed it, you missed it. Now, if you want to get some bullish consolidation, like you see how price came up here and then it consolidated and then it continued up, right? Now, if you want to get in on something like that, that's cool. But you just don't willy-nilly go chasing behind these things. But look at this chart setup. Like I posted this on Facebook. Like this is Facebook. Back in April 30th, I reshared this. But as you can see, I was talking about the most recent high on Doge back in 419. So I think I posted this around about April 13th-ish, right? Over a month ago, right? This is the same chart setup. Nothing has been moved. I have no reason to cap. Nothing has been moved, right? So same setup on Link. And at the same time, you all were chasing Doge and getting wrecked behind it. This asset increased 92%, right? I increased my Bitcoin that I put into this thing almost by 100%, by 92%. That's a cha-ching. I'll take that. But I didn't do that by chasing. Like some of you people was coming to me talking about Matic, bro. After Matic had already pumped. Like Matic was up here $1.70, $1.80, $2, and you all was just buying that top. And look what happens, right? This happens more than often. You get burned, right? You get wrecked. That happens more than often. That's why you don't chase it. The move was back here. You see I got the alert set on this diagonal resistance when price broke it. That's when I got the alert. And I'm sitting being the benefactor of the FOMO of all you guys rushing in, right? So let's look at that in percentage wise. Look, there was another 500% by just sitting and waiting and doing this thing the right way, right? So that was Matic. It's Doge. I mean, it's countless of times. You all, Doge appreciated a hell of a lot, and you all were running in at the top, chasing this thing. Elon Musk, Saturday Night Live, and again, time and time again, this happens too much when you chase pumps. You get wrecked. I mean, don't get me wrong. You still got your fiat, right? But all of your so you still have your crypto, but your fiat is gone. Yeah, you're still holding this crypto bag, but it's now worthless because a lot of you were entering all the way up here. And trading, you got to stalk, sit, and wait. I don't care if you're investing long term or what, right? You can't run around here chasing price because this happens often, way too often. And now you're sitting here stuck. You on social media. Crypto is a scam. No, bro, you scammed yourself by chasing an asset by chasing an asset that was already gone. You scammed yourself, bro. And like I said, I can keep showing Sheep. Let's look at Sheep. If you are a fan of this asset, you should have been accumulating Sheep right here in this downtrend, right? Because you can see every time price interacts with the bottom of this parallel channel, you get a type of pump. Look at the price reaction, right? Reacts, pumps. And you didn't get the pump here. This is the whole Elon Musk coming in with the capitulation and selling it off. But if you wanted to be accumulating Sheep, you should be accumulating right here in the buy zone of this parallel channel. It's looking better, right? You see this heart line resistance, this dotted line in this parallel channel? It's looking better because you can see that acted as support. Price came down, pushed it back up, right? Fell all the way beneath it, acted as support, right? And now it's starting to act as resistance, right? Pushing price down, right? Once you break below it. So you're above that hardline resistance, you're above the 13, and you're above the 200 moving average. So it's looking better. It's looking better. So if you wanted to accumulate sheep, you should be doing it in this parallel, in the bottom of this parallel channel, right? Even back here, emotions are very hard to get a handle of when trading. Even I myself, right? Back here, I made my entry. I'm here. I got overzealous. I entered here, right? And price sold off on me and I re-entered here. And once I got my 150%, I believe it was, I took advantage of the 150% appreciation, on my investment, right? Took out the 150%, got all my money back that I put in plus more, and I still have a bag sitting in sheep. And I'm not gonna lie to you all. I have been selling it off, when we get the reaction to buy other crypto assets, right? I have been taking profits still on, well, not taking profit, but because, I entered here. So I have been finding moments where I can pull out a sheep and go buy other crypto assets, right? So I still have a big bag of sheep because I know sheep 2.0 is supposed to launch, and they're going to introduce a swap feature and staking. So I'm down. I've been in crypto since 2017, bro. I have bags I've been holding for years. So I'm already groomed to hold this thing for years. But are you? That's the thing. Are you ready to see sheep continue to sell off, right? And hold this thing for multiple years until the news come out or the next cycle happens? Are you willing to hold sheep that long and watch the value keep depreciating on you? That's what you have to come up with. But I'm about to get off this thing. I just wanted to come in and just speak my 2 cents. Oh, before I go, this is my new baby. We can come back and revisit this chart setup, right? This is Hex. Hex is just a high interest bearing CD. This is my new trade setup. These are my targets. We can revisit this back in the future. We can revisit this and see if this thing pans out. But you have a lot of bullish sentiment on this. I'm not going to get into it. And even the other day, I posted a video on my Facebook talking about, with me and my daughter, explaining her some of this stuff, trying to get her to learn some of this. I did a video talking about this move here and about the accumulation. So, I got Hex, bro. Like, I got over 150,000 here in this accumulation phase here back in the early beginning of this year. So, and I got that with a little over $900, right? And you see the benefit of being that predator stalking price, right? The appreciation on this pullback, because I was thinking that it may came back and retested this, but which it didn't. But I'm okay because I got over 150,000 of these things beneath a penny, right? It's like half a cent. It's like half a cent when I was buying this stuff up. So I'm good, and you can see what happened. You can see the benefit of stalking and not chasing. Another 500 percenter. That's 5x. It's 5 times your money. And now this huge markup in price came to a halt, right? And now you have this forming on this asset again. So I took profit, and now I've re-entered, and we'll see how this play out. So peace, I'm out. This is my new chart setup. We'll revisit this in the future. I'm out. Y'all have a good one, and stay safe out there, man. And don't get caught up in the hype. Make sound decisions with your hard-earned money. Peace, I'm out. Y'all have a good one.